How you doing? I'm Josh with Big Smile Magazine, and I'm here with Yi from Van Pepper.
What's happening, Josh? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a follow-up interview. We did an interview. Mary Dean did one a couple years ago, so you can go ahead and search on our website, check that out for a previous interview, and then come back and watch this one.
And we're going bi-coastal. That one was West Coast, and we're nearly East Coast in Cincy. Cincy today, baby. Warped Tour 2011. All right.
Absolutely. Love it. And then, so you guys started in 1997. You guys started in Hawaii?
Yeah, we started in a little town called Kona, best known for its coffee. That was in 97, right after me and Brett graduated high school. Kind of played in friends' parties and whatnot, did just the whole, like, garage band type, you know what I mean? I mean, we just want to play some music at that point. Right. Then, for some reason, we got a kind of little hair up our ass to move to the mainland, and it ended up our friend had a place in San Diego that we could move into. So that was in 99. Then 2001 was actually the first Warped Tour. So this is 10 years since our first Warped Tour, is this Warped Tour. So.
Is that when things started to pick up, was when you hit Warped Tour?
Yeah, I mean, that first Warped Tour was, I wouldn't say things were picking up. I mean, we were picking things up, as in we were setting up and breaking down the Volcom stage. That was one of the stipulations for us to be on that Warped Tour.
Nice. Was it Earn It Yourself?
But, what's that?
Was it part of the Earn It Yourself program?
No, it was through Volcom. Volcom had a stage back then, and they kind of, it was a real kind of free-for-all type stage. It was like their friends that did the sound. It was usually a band that would be the setup crew and whatnot. So, yeah, so we were lucky enough to be the setup crew that year. So, but in a sense, it really, like, I wouldn't take it back for anything because it was so grueling and hard that the years after that followed of touring in a van were like cake. We're like, oh, this is minor. You know what I mean? We're now, we've been touring in buses for years, and now I look back on it then, I guess because I'm older, and I'm just like, I don't know how we did that, but thank God we did, because here we are now, so.
Absolutely. You guys had Stitches that came out in 2010. Do you guys have anything coming up?
Yeah, well, kind of just a little rundown. We're finishing Warped Tour, actually tomorrow's our last date. We're not doing the whole thing. And then we're taking a little time off in August, and then we're doing the headlining fall tour, which is going to be in the U.S., about 25 shows. That's called the Last Calls and Liabilities Tour, and we are bringing out the Expendables, who are also on this fine Warped Tour with us, and a band called Ballyhoo from Baltimore that we assigned them to our label, Law Records, and their album Daydreams is coming out on September 6th. Then after that, we're going to South America for the first time in November, and then back to Hawaii, back home to do some shows. We're doing 2 with Sublime with Rome and Iration, and then a couple with just Iration, which they're from our record label as well, Hometown Boys from the Big Island. So.
How do you
and then to answer your question, after the first of the year, we're going to start working on the new album. So hopefully be out next summer is what we're shooting for.
Do you have a name for it yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We're that's kind of with the EP. It was like we kind of went in at first to make a record, but it just kind of came to a point where it just wasn't ready. So we never want to put nothing less than our best foot forward. So, but there was this little handful of songs that we thought were like the best stuff in years, if not that we've ever done, which became the EP Stitches, which came out in 2010. So, it was real organic the way it happened. It wasn't really planned out or meditated or anything. It kind of just ended up working out that way, and we're stoked on how it worked out. And we never released the EP before, so first for everything.
Yeah, cool. Sometimes things just work out.
Yeah.
It's good. What do you guys think about Sublime with Rome? That's kind of a hot subject.
Yeah. It's a lot of people. I think you just can't go into listening to the CD with thinking you're putting on the next Sublime record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a new band, right?
Yeah, it's a new band, exactly. And it's a new band, and in a sense, they're, Rome, or I don't know if you want to say Rome, or just all of them. They're just carrying the torch as far as all the past, and which is awesome because me for one, I never got to see Sublime except on video. I think a lot of people. A lot of people never even got into them until after Bradley died and whatnot, because that's when they became mainstream, one of the biggest bands ever. So, so I totally back it. I totally condone it. But you just got to go into it with the right head state. But I think it's super cool what they're doing, and we're stoked to be sharing the stage with them. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be definitely one to remember in Hawaii. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And then, is there anything you'd like to say to any people watching the interview?
Yeah, just make sure and check out pepperlive.com for all those tour dates and the Last Calls and Liabilities tour. And then check out law-records.com for all the bands, Iration, Pacifier, Ballyhoo, the Supervillains, got some great bands on the label. And thank you guys endlessly and always. Aloha. All right.
I'll cut that out. Ready? And you guys have